Take a look around your home, your remote control, flashlight, wireless mouse, maybe even a toy or two. There's a good chance they all rely on the same familiar power source, batteries. And if you've ever held one, you've probably noticed something so common that it barely registers anymore. They're usually shaped like cylinders. But why? Why not cubes, flat blocks, or something more space-efficient? Is it just tradition, or is there a deeper reason behind that iconic shape? Today we're breaking down the surprisingly clever design behind cylindrical batteries and why they've stuck around for over a century, right here on History of Simple Things. To understand the shape, we have to go back to the early days of batteries. The first true battery, known as the voltaic pile, was invented by Alessandro Volta in 1800. It wasn't cylindrical at all. It was a stack of alternating metal discs separated by cloth soaked in salt water. It worked, but it was bulky, messy, and not very practical. As battery technology improved in the 1800s, inventors began experimenting with more compact and sealed designs. By the late 19th century, cylindrical batteries started to appear, especially with the development of the dry cell battery. Unlike earlier wet batteries, these used a paste electrolyte instead of liquid, making them portable and much safer to handle. One of the most successful early designs was the zinc-carbon battery, which naturally lent itself to a cylindrical form. From there, the shape became standard, and for good reason. At the heart of every battery is a chemical reaction. Inside, you have two electrodes, an anode and a cathode, separated by an electrolyte. For the battery to work efficiently, these materials need to be arranged in a way that maximizes contact while minimizing internal resistance. A cylindrical shape is perfect for this. In many common batteries like AA or AAA, the materials inside are layered or rolled into a spiral, almost like a jelly roll. This design allows a large surface area to fit into a compact space, which improves energy output and efficiency. The cylindrical casing holds everything tightly together, ensuring consistent contact between components. If you tried to pack the same internal structure into a cube or irregular shape, you'd end up with uneven spacing, wasted space, and reduced performance. The cylinder, it turns out, is a natural fit for the chemistry happening inside. Another big advantage of cylindrical batteries is how well they handle internal pressure. During use, especially in rechargeable batteries, chemical reactions can produce gases or cause slight expansion. The battery casing needs to contain this safely without deforming or breaking. Cylinders are incredibly strong when it comes to handling internal pressure. The curved surface distributes stress evenly all around the shape, unlike flat surfaces which can bulge or crack under pressure. This makes cylindrical batteries more durable and less likely to fail. Think of it like a soda can versus a cardboard box. The can's rounded shape helps it withstand pressure from the inside, while a box would easily warp. That same principle applies here, making cylinders a safer and more reliable option. There's also a very practical reason. Cylindrical batteries are easier and cheaper to manufacture. The process of rolling electrode materials into a spiral and inserting them into a tube is relatively simple and highly scalable. Manufacturers can produce millions of identical units quickly and consistently. The outer casing, usually made of metal, can be formed into a tube with minimal material waste. Sealing the ends is also straightforward, which helps keep the battery leak-proof and durable. Compared to more complex shapes, cylinders strike a balance between performance and production efficiency. This is one of the reasons why cylindrical batteries became the industry standard early on. They were not just effective, but also economical to produce on a large scale. Over time, cylindrical batteries became standardized into familiar sizes like AA, AAA, C, and D. This standardization made it easier for manufacturers to design devices and for consumers to replace batteries without confusion. Imagine if every device required a different battery shape. It would be a nightmare. Instead, the cylindrical format allowed for a universal system where one battery could fit multiple devices. This convenience helped solidify the cylinder as the dominant shape. Even today, many rechargeable batteries, including lithium-ion cells used in laptops and electric vehicles, often use cylindrical formats like the popular 18650 cell. It's a testament to how well the design works across different technologies. Of course, not all batteries are cylindrical. You've probably seen flat, rectangular batteries in smartphones or laptops. These are designed to fit the shape of the device, maximizing space efficiency. However, these designs often come with trade-offs. Flat batteries can be more complex to manufacture and may require additional protective structures to handle pressure and prevent damage. Cylindrical batteries, on the other hand, are naturally robust and easier to produce. So while other shapes do exist and are essential for certain applications, the cylindrical battery remains a go-to choice for many everyday uses because of its balance of durability, efficiency, and cost. So, why are batteries shaped like cylinders? It's not just a random design choice or a leftover from the past. The cylindrical shape is the result of chemistry, physics, engineering, and practicality all working together. It allows for efficient internal structure, handles pressure safely, simplifies manufacturing, and supports global standardization. In other words, that simple tube you hold in your hand is actually a carefully optimized piece of technology, one that's been refined over more than a century. And the next time you pop a battery into a remote or a flashlight, you might see it a little differently, not just as a power source, but as a small, perfectly engineered solution to a surprisingly complex problem. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.